It's now gone 1. I can't help but think if it goes on much longer, someone's going to have to go over there and tell them to shut up. It is just being really inconsiderate, really, though, isn't it, to other people. Welcome everyone. In this video we are heading to 2J's Farm campsite in HORSTEAD in Norfolk. We'll check out the campsite facilities and then we will get out and explore the local area. Thanks for joining the adventure. Let's roll. So yeah, first impressions, it's quite a nice rustic site. That's on a working farm, there's some animals down there. So yeah, I reasonably like it. There's a few fields, I got told to go anywhere I want. Now where I am, there's some quite long nettles and I have stung my legs. It doesn't look like the grass has been cut very often, but you know, I chose this place. I am by a road, but again, I chose this pitch. And I chose the pitch by the road so I could have a little bit of privacy beside me there. The campsite's quite well empty at the minute, but the lady did say it's going to be full tonight. So it's Friday tonight and it is the beginning of the kids' summer holidays. So yeah, I've got to get out and do all the facility filming quick before everyone turns up. She did let me turn up a little bit early because I rung up and asked when the earliest I could turn up was. So yeah, grateful for that. She said it'll be busy around 6 o'clock, so got to get all this done by then. Yeah, but yeah, she's charging me £20 for the night. Now I'm reasonably happy with that. I think that is single person. I think it is £25 for 2 people. So there are plenty of fire pits scattered about everywhere for people to use. The facilities are just behind me there. It looks like there's only 2 toilets and 2 showers, but we'll go check them out. Huh. 2 good sized shower rooms with a toilet. Yeah. Look pretty good, to be fair. Little bit of a rustic floor, but other than that, the tiling and the walls are quite nice and modern. Yeah. Let's go see if these are just 2 toilets here. Yep, and then 2 separate toilets. They're pretty big toilets, to be fair. So it's good that there's 4 toilets in total, but 2 showers. That's good because I thought there was only 2 toilets. So yeah, that's pretty good, to be fair. And it looks like there's a toilet waste disposable point here as well. Yeah, reasonably good facilities, to be fair. Yeah, nice and modern looking. Now, I am relatively local here, so I know that that road beside me is very unlikely to be busy tonight, so I'm not bothered by that. I'm going to be out all day anyway, so it makes sense for me to be there and let other people have the quieter pitches. Now, yeah, I'm only from about 5 miles away, to be fair, but the lady on the campsite did say that there's someone here from COLTISHALL. Well, COLTISHALL is literally like less than a mile that way. It's literally just there. So yeah, if somebody has come here from COLTISHALL, then they must love it. So yeah, it's not a bad site really. Crack on and go see what it's about, shall we? Yeah, I do like the reception. There's some stuff you can buy for an honesty box, and drinks you can buy through an honesty box, ice creams, this, that and the other, some sweets, some Norfolk honey. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can rent a canoe as well, or kayak paddleboard. £35 for the day, £20 for 2 hours. We are right near the river. Yeah, plenty of fire pits outside that people can help themselves to, and logs for sale, £7 a bag. So the lady is now cutting the grass, to be fair to her, and she did let me arrive early, so maybe I was allowed to arrive before the grass was cut. Right, well, let's crack on then, people. Go see what's about and try not to die of heat stroke, because it is seriously hot today. So there is a footpath pretty much straight to Horstead. I'm going to go check out Horstead Mill, have a look around there, check out a bit of the river, and then we'll walk through COLTISHALL and head to an abandoned church. You can go check that out. Cheers everyone, just stopped for a pint in the Red Lion, 480, gone for the Tim Taylor landlord. Yeah, so cheers to Peter Surgeon who bought me a few beers, much appreciated mate. Thanks everyone though, watching the videos, you're all supporting the channel by watching, liking and subscribing, so yeah, cheers. This is well needed. So that was Horstead and COLTISHALL, and they are both very close together. You can literally just walk down the road one to the other. Now I like to take the scenic route through the mill and then along the river. It's a lot nicer walk, a little bit longer but it is nicer. And yeah, they're okay places, very popular today with people sunbathing. So we're now coming up to the abandoned St Theobald's Church, about a mile away from COLTISHALL. Yeah, let's go check it out. Hopefully that's going to be nice and cool inside, because it is absolutely boiling today, and apart from this last bit of the walk I've been in the sun all day and it is killing me. So hopefully this will be nice and cool. We'll check it out anyway. It's a nice little ruins, and I've been here before and there's never anybody here. So yeah, let's go have a little look about, shall we? Typical. Looks like they put a lock on the door. Really annoying. This was like going to be one of the highlights for me, sitting in this abandoned church. It was going to be nice and cool, but I don't think we're going to get in. No. Right, well that's ruined that. That was going to be a nice bit of shade. Never mind. So the church was built in the 11th century and it was abandoned in 1860, and I believe it was just abandoned because they built a new church closer to COLTISHALL, so everyone just used that. Yeah. It's a great place to come to for a walk around. Well, it certainly would have been if we could have got in there. That has really put a downer on it, to be fair. I really want to go in there, sit in the little chapel bit and just relax in the cold, in the cool. Hopefully it would have been cool. And yeah, well, I really want to show you that, but never mind. So there are some people who have carved their names and dates into some of the pillars here, and some of them are pretty interesting and old. 1903. You got 1877. Yeah. It's always good when they're old, like over 100 years old, but when you come around here and some jerk is 2015, you think, nah, that ain't good. Well, not gonna lie people, I've pretty much just been lying here in the shade for about an hour. Gonna head off in a minute anyway. Might walk along the Burr Valley for a little way, back into COLTISHALL, and then go cook up some tea. Yep. Really nice and peaceful here, I must say. Gutted I can't get in that church, that would have been great, but it's still been really nice and peaceful just lying here, relaxing. Yep. Living the dream. Well, I've only walked about 5 minutes, but I'll come across another bench by a nice little pond, so gonna have another sit down and some more water, because I am shattered today. It's been a really hot day, and it just drains me. I'm a fatty, it drains me, the sun. And I wear black, because as fat people we kind of believe that if we wear black we trick people into not realising we're fat. Obviously it doesn't work, and you all know, but yeah, and black obviously attracts the sun and makes us even hotter, but never mind. So that's the Burr Valley line just up there. Only going to walk along a bit of it. It's 11 miles from Wroxham to Aylsham, and that's actually one of my favourite bike rides. There's a footpath that goes all the way along it and you can cycle on it. And there is a station in COLTISHALL if you do want to get the little train. That's a touristy little train. It's quite expensive. I think it's like £22 return, which to me is a bit much. Wow, that was great timing. Yeah, that's the train, you can get a ride in. Yeah, so I'm just going to head back now to COLTISHALL this way. There are some really good scenic parts of this a bit further down there, but to be honest my legs are just hurting like mad and there's still a lot of walking to do. So I would like to come and do a bike ride on another video one day on this route and show you. The bongo is in shade, thank God. Let's see what it's like though. It's probably still boiling. Do you know what? It ain't boiling in here. Oh, thank God for that. I've got a few neighbours there, I've just been chatting to them. They seem like nice people though, to be fair. Campsite is getting a little bit busier. Nothing too dramatic at the minute, but there's still people turning up. Well, tonight's tea is some minced pork, which hopefully has not gone bad because it's been in the van all day, with broccoli and some mushrooms. I think that's alright. Smells pretty good. That is pretty damn good, people. Pretty damn good indeed. Right, well, let's crack on then, people. Go and do this river walk. Should be a nice evening. Well, that has been a really nice walk, and what made it really nice is that I did not come across a single person. Now, the reason why is a lot of dog walkers don't use it because it's quite muddy and there are nettles about, but it is a brilliant walk. And you can actually follow this river. It now opens up a bit, and you can follow this river all the way down to Brampton, and it is my favourite river walk in Norfolk. I say it was my favourite river walk in Norfolk, but further down it opens up in this right low grassland along the river, and that's just fantastic. But there's a lot of cattle fields down there, and I got chased out of them fields by some cattle. And when I say chased, I mean it was a stampede. And it scared the hell out of me, and if I'm truthfully honest, ever since then I've always tried to avoid cattle fields. That has kind of changed the way I feel about walking through cattle fields, because yeah, they charged me big time. Well, I'm back now, people. Absolutely shattered. My feet are killing me. So campsite is quite loud, to be fair. It's gone 11:30. There's quite a bit of noise, and when I left there were some people right down the bottom there playing some loud music, and there were some people in front of them in a tent who were sitting outside who didn't look too happy. Now, I've been gone 3 hours, I come back, just gone 11, and I could hear music still playing from quite far away as I was walking up to the campsite, and yeah, they've turned it off now, but then people were still sitting outside in their tent not looking very happy. But yeah, definitely some inconsiderate campers, definitely. But that was a pretty decent walk, and I did see loads of them little fireflies. There's loads of them around this area, and I've seen them here before, and I saw them in the shrubbery the first time I ever saw them. I thought it was a mobile phone. Someone had lost their mobile phone, and it wasn't. It was a little firefly. So I did see quite a lot of them when it was dark, so yeah, that was pretty good. They are quite rare, so yeah, there's a lot of them in this area. This is the only area around COLTISHALL that I've ever seen them. It's gone midnight. There's a lot of noise, a lot of loud talking. So it's now gone 1, and yeah, there's a group of boys still out there just drinking and chatting as if that's broad daylight. Now, they're quite far from me, but I'd imagine they're annoying a lot of other campers. So yeah, I kind of want to go to sleep, but at the same time I kind of want to see how this pans out, because I can't help but think if it goes on much longer, someone's going to have to go over there and tell them to shut up. It is just being really inconsiderate, really, though, isn't it, to other people. But yeah, we shall see what happens. Morning everyone. Well, I actually slept pretty well last night, to be fair. Now, there was a lot of noise on the campsite until gone 1 o'clock. The group of boys in a white van over there, they were making quite a bit of noise, talking outside, and it didn't really bother me. I'm quite far away, but there's a lot of people who are around them. They're kind of in the middle of the campsite, so they're surrounded by other people, and it was just very inconsiderate of the others, I thought, personally. So yeah, and then the people who were playing the music loud until about 11:15, they were over there. They've packed up and gone now, but there's a tent over there. Well, they were the other side of that tent, so that was very inconsiderate for the people in them tents, and that must have been really annoying, to be fair to them. I'd have been annoyed if I was in a tent next to those people. So yeah, although they didn't bother me that much because I was going to bed late anyway, it would have bothered a lot of other people. But it is what it is, you know. Some people are just going to ruin it, innit? Can you blame the campsite for that? I mean, the campsite owners are quite far away, the other side of a barn, so they were probably none the wiser. And at the end of the day, it's individual people who are turning up and being inconsiderate, isn't it? You know, you can go to the Grand Canyon and there can be some jerk there that ruins it for you, do you know what I mean? So it's one of them people, it's one of them, I'm afraid. But it didn't overly bother me, and the road there was actually quite quiet in the night, didn't keep me awake, so yeah, I actually slept reasonably well. Not sure all the other campers would say the same. I'm sure there were a lot of people that wanted to go to bed early who couldn't, but there you go. So the bins on the campsite are just ordinary wheelie bins, but there are a few of them scattered about, to be fair, and there are recycle bins. And there is a nice little communal area that I saw yesterday, where there's like a gazebo with a load of hay bales that you can sit around. So yeah, that's quite a nice touch. I mean, I'm not communal, so I didn't use it. And I have been and checked out the launching area. It is about a 10-15 minute walk from here, about a 10-minute walk, so it's a long awkward way to carry your canoe. So the nearest bus stop is about a 15-minute walk into HORSTEAD, and the bus runs from Norwich to North Walsham. And there is a Londy's shop in COLTISHALL, probably about a 25-minute walk, maybe a little bit shorter, and there are some takeaways. So I do like this campsite, to be fair. Now, I'm not overly sure on what I think of the price. 20 quid for me, 25 for a family, grass pitch, non-electric. But I have to say, there's a lot of people would love this site, and there's got a lot of good reviews. If you look at the reviews, they're all 5-star, the odd 4-star, and nobody has mentioned the price. So, you know, people are here having a good time. There's kids really loving all the animals about. There's a lot of animals about, and you know, some alpacas and this, that and the other, so kids and families are loving it here. So is 25 quid reasonable? I mean, if you're having a great time, yeah, I guess it is. You know, let me know, what do you think? Is it a reasonable price or not? I'm not saying it's too expensive, but I just don't know where I stand on it. So admittedly, I chose the worst place to pitch up. I chose by the road, and there are a few nettles out there, but there's not nettles all around the campsite. I've been walking around, and the only area with nettles is just here. Now, she told me go anywhere I want, there's no designated pitches, and I chose this area, so I have only myself to blame. And the grass is not cut in this field, but after I turned up and set up, she did get on her lawnmower and she cut the grass in all the other camping fields. Now, she let me turn up early, so had I turned up later, the other fields would have all been cut and it would have just been this one. And again, I chose this one, so you know, you can't whinge at a pitch, an area where you chose yourself. So I'm not complaining about that at all. I think I probably would return here. You know, it's not the campsite's fault that those people were making that noise. and I would have had a different experience. I'd have been better off obviously if I came and the campsite was empty, but that's always the case, isn't it? And I've been very lucky with campsites recently. They've all been empty. I'm going to pack up and head off now. If you've enjoyed any of this, then like and subscribe. Catch me on another adventure. Keep living the dream, people.